Greetings to you, Bantu people out there. The purpose of this video today is to show you wisdoms, general wisdoms that most of us just take for granted. But these are really life-threatening things that we have to abide by. Now, these wisdoms that I'm sharing you today are based on scriptures that will show you, pull up in the Bible, that really are very serious, okay? Are very serious in that if we have to change, we have to change now. Now, let me pull up one scripture that is going to show you what I'm talking about. Do not love the world and the things of the world. Now, that is a very serious scripture. There, right there, because a lot of people don't love the world. Oh, so what? They don't take it seriously, and then they run around money, run around hot people. They call it hot people, and run around jobs, hot jobs and stuff. Be chasing the things of the world. Now, the purpose of this video today is to make sure that y'all understand the consequences of chasing the things of the world, because we're not supposed to do that. I mean, even the scripture is showing us that we should not love the world or the things of the world. Okay, it goes on to say, if he loved the world, his love of the Father is not in me. But the main focus is do not love the world. Okay, even if he didn't justify why and just don't love the world. The scripture says so. Okay, now here are different things that you might maybe overlook when you say don't love the world. What are we talking about? What are we talking about really? Now, the loving of the world is really the loving of the money. You want money. I want now, always chasing, trying to make money. And I understand if you got a family, you got a whole lot of people to take care of. I understand those kind of situations. But that doesn't mean all you got to do is to, how much is going to be? How much am I going to get? How much? Your focus should not be money. Okay? It should just be survival. Okay, there's money versus survival. So look at life as a provision. Okay, not as an enrichment, but just a provision. Okay, of course you will recognize Sonin as your provider, but look at life as the space, as a playground that he does that provision thing on. Okay, so he manifests whatever you ask for or whatever he sees you need it, he manifests into the physical. Okay, so look at life as that's the physical, you are in the physical. So when Sonini gives you stuff, he gives you in the physical own life. So look at life as it's a provision, okay? So now do not be chasing, don't take it upon your arms. Another example is don't be looking at how, be all caught up in making up. I must look good. I must look this. Just look good. Don't try to chase. I don't know how best to explain this, but don't go overboard because you get bonded. These things become bondages in your life if you just focus at them. Even there's another scripture that talks about your beauty must be in the heart, not just the outside look. I mean, when something is showing us all of these scriptures so that we can understand how we're supposed to be living, so that we can, get rid of bondages. So bondages don't become in our lives, okay? So another thing, looking at hot people, the sexy people and stuff like that. Don't be caught up in all of that because those are things of the world. Okay, those are things of the world, because if you start looking at all these things, guess what? The devil is going to tempt you, because he only tempts us with the things of the world. He cannot tempt us with things of the spirit, because our spirit, if you've got the Son in the spirit won't be tempted in none of these things, because first of all, it does not relate to the things of the world, because it already got what it needs, which is now the kingdom of Sonini, which is got everything that everybody needs. But the kingdom of the devil, which is what we see in physical, we live in, now that is the things that are not good for us. Okay, I don't know how to explain it better to you, but I'll keep explaining. Then you can catch on whatever I'm saying. Maybe it might make sense to you down the line. So another thing, what kind of job? Get awards and don't be caught up in that. If you do your job, regardless of you're gonna get an award or not. Okay, so have that kind of mentality of you're just doing what you gotta do on earth. Whether it comes with benefits, whether you got an award, that should not matter. Just have a serving spirit. That's to summarize the working part. Have a serving spirit. Okay, mixed serving spirit. Okay, I repeat that, so that you don't be chasing awards, and then because all of those things, the devil, those things are opening. Those are bondages, like that picture that I'm showing. Those are things that are opening doors for the devil to come in and start to tempt you, because he can see you're interested in his stuff. So if you're interested in his stuff, then he's going to use his stuff to get to you. Okay, I don't know. I don't want to keep repeating stuff. I know a lot of y'all understand firsthand when I say stuff, but some of y'all want me to say so and explain it. I don't mind. So just write some comments, ask questions if you got questions. But then if you understand what I'm saying, just understand it basically. So whenever you are attached to any part of the world, that is a door. Okay, that's a door for the devil to attack you, to tempt you. Okay, because if you love money, he's gonna tempt you with stuff that make you chase more money, gambling, things that go competition, things that will make you think you're gonna end fast, you're gonna get into all these pyramid schemes, you get caught up in all those kind of things because you want money, but what you need, what you gonna do? Just ask yourself, what you gonna do with them? Now, let's take it one point at a time. Now, what you gonna do with that money? Ask yourself, sit down, ask yourself, what am I gonna do with money? Oh, it's because I want to get a car, I want a nice house, I want to pay rent, if you pay rent, or mortgage, if you pay mortgage, or bond, if you call it bond. So whatever you want the money, you want to do, you want the money to facilitate your lifestyle. That is the summary. So you want the money to pay your way through better living in life. Now, the same thing you can have by just asking Sonin, I need a better life. He's going to give you that. You're going to get a better job. Without chasing that money to go and physically bribe somebody to give you something, bribe this person to give you a contract. No, you don't need that, because if you start chasing stuff, physically chasing, then you're going to be caught up because the devil is going to tempt you, he's going to line up his own agents, his demon agents, which are people like you. I mean, you and I, these demons look like people, regular people you meet every day on the street. So they don't look horns and ugly and anything. No, they look convincing. The devil knows that he gotta convince you, So he's gonna bring all these agents, people who make sense to you. You think they make sense. And then they line up all these options. And those options will appeal to you because you're already interested in the things of the world. So do not get those things to appeal to you in the first place. So don't be interested in the things of the world in the first place, so that the devil does not have any door to enter you. If I'm making sense to you. So typical example is that money thing. Same as the makeup thing. Because now you start going to Botox and a lot of these surgeries is irreversible. All these cosmetic surgeries are not reversible. You look at these Hollywood stars, they'll be walking around with the same expression. They're angry and they're sad and they're laughing. Same, because these things they'll be injecting. This is all bondages. You get caught up in all the, and one thing will open another door. The devil will tempt you with another. I mean, he keeps escalating these things because for as long as you're in his playground, his playfield, he's manipulating you, dogging, kicking you around. And while somewhere down the line, you find yourself in drugs, doing drugs now all of a sudden. So how did I get to this point? Now that's when the sanity come back to you. But you don't want to go that far to eventually hear the Spirit of the Father talking to you, say, hey, why are you doing drugs? Then you start saying, hey, man, how did I get to this point? That's when you hear it. But don't go down that route in any case in the first place. So just avoid all these things from the start. So the best thing is to prevent them. So don't get attached to anything. Like, typical example, another one. I mean, I'm just putting up different examples. But y'all understand my point. So, if you want awards at work, you want to be a manager, you can want to be a leader. Okay, whether that leader is called a senior manager, because now the main thing is you want to be somebody who is providing knowledge, who's sharing knowledge to others. That's what leaders do, right? Who be sharing knowledge to others, who empowering others, who doing stuff for others, right? That's what the leader does. So if you're aspiring to be a leader, don't be looking at, I want to be the core, this, I want to be pointing job titles. Don't do that, because now those job titles are tied into a salary pack, are tied into a parking spot, a certain kind of parking spot, privileges that other people don't get. Now, that is where the problem is going to come, because you start looking at those privileges. That's why you're pointing at the job title. Now, don't point at what you're going to provide, not what you're gonna get, okay? Because you are a servant. You're supposed to be serving, okay? So if you want to be a leader, want to be a leader. Don't want to be, I'm going to be a CEO, I want to be a CFO, I want to be this. No, don't have job titles, because those titles are tied into other stuff that you might open up yourself into. Okay? I don't know if I'm clear. Okay, these are Bantu wisdom. My focus here is Bantu people. If you're not a Bantu people, you talking about, why, if you're not a Bantu people, I'm sorry. I don't even want to be sounding mean. I'm sorry. I'm only focusing on the Bantu people. Those are the only people that are going to be saved. I know that. Watch my other videos if you want to understand what I'm saying. Bantu people and those other big I'd say people now. And those are the people who are calling on the Bantu Father. Sonin Nanini. It's all about Bantu Father. If you want to adapt yourself into the Bantu system, into the Bantu people way of life, culture, way of living, that's how you get salvation. So my target is the Bantu people. I call them Bantu and associates. Those associates are the other people who are calling on now other brown people. I'm not talking about white people. White people are not of the earth. I'm talking about the earthly beings, okay? I'm not trying to be racist. I don't care if you call me racist. That's a fact. It's a fact. Earthly beings, those are the people who have a chance. Unearthly people are the people who are not of earth, who don't have the pigment, who don't have the facility to live on earth. Okay, now that is obvious. I mean, a fish cannot be living in this water if they don't have a facility to live in water. They can't even swim. That means they were not designed to live in the water. Same as the white people, they're not designed to live on earth. Okay, now that's just basic logic. So now my authority is the Bantu people, okay, and associate, which is other brown people who have converted to be Bantu as well. Okay, if you are a brown person still sticking to your own cultures, that's your problem. You're not a Bantu. I'm not talking to the Bantu people here. Okay, wherever you are, United States, London, Africa, everywhere. As long as you're a Bantu person, listen to this here. So now you don't want to focus on the things of the world. That's my point here. Because the things of the world open up rooms, open up doors that the devil is going to tempt you. He's going to tempt you with. Okay, now I want to show you a little clip. Here. It's just showing some few examples of what happens if you attach to the job that you got. Because now these demons. Now demons, other people who are demons, they know themselves. Now these demons, they enter you. They operate through people's bodies. Okay, so the way they will attack you. I'm trying to see how I might unpack this thing. The way they attack you is they attack you through the things that they think you like. Okay, the fact that you're at your job, then they start attacking you, thinking that they are more, they can get you. Now they got you because you're at the job. So they can start threatening you and saying stuff that will slip through. I mean, you know what happened in Fox. Is it Fox or CNN or wherever, where they Bill somebody O'Reilly was fired at? So that Bill O'Reilly, they should have fired him a long time ago. Maybe harassing a whole lot of people, call them brown chocolate, my brown. Say those things because he thought that depended on that job. They won't say much because they need the job. Don't be attached to nothing. If Sony is going to give you another job, he's going to give you another job. Don't be attached because you become a slave to the beast system because you're a servant to the beast system. Don't be a servant to the beast system. Don't be longing, don't be desperate for nothing. I don't know if I'm clear. Now, here's the video I'm talking about. This man is a typical example of how you should be. I'm not talking about the fighting part now. I'm talking about the assertive. You should not be attached to nothing. Because now, look at this white man. Let me give you a background with this video before I play it. Now, this white man, he's the boss of this brown guy, okay? This black guy. Now, this white man is starting to, prejudice against this black guy, talking about he came late, he came this, then he don't start to, deduct some hours of this black guy. So this black guy, he receives his check at the end of I think we get paid after 2 weeks. So he gets his check and it's been short. There's some money that's been hours he hadn't been paid for. Now he starts confronting his boss because now look at this boss is a scary cat. But he's only dependent on the fact that this black guy needs this job, so he can bully him based on the fact that he thinks this black guy needs this job. Now this black guy is showing him, no, I know, I don't need this job. So the minute this black guy don't need the job, then there's no other ammunition this white guy got against this black guy because there's no other power he got. Just watch the video for yourself. Just watch it, because this should be a learning. A learning against, a learning for everybody, everybody. I mean, talking about Bantu people and associates, that you must not depend on anything. If you're holding cleaning all your clothes sunk down in your job, sunk deep down into your job, then you're giving clout, power to every other person who is your boss, to bully you, to say anything. Even the devils will start to tempt you. You must drink because it's a job security. All these corporate functions. If you don't drink, you don't. If you smoke, you don't want to smoke. You don't want to go outside just because the boss is outside and trying to suck up and try to smoke too. No. Keep your principles and do not be desperate, because once you're desperate, you're opening up doors. Now, here's the video. I'm giving him too much background in this video. Now, this video, I must say again, is showing you that this black guy is not desperate for his job. Now, that quickly disempowered that white man. You'll see how crippled that white man is now, without the power he had over this black guy, which was the job. Now, he don't have any more power over this black guy. I'm not talking about the physical power now, because physical power, I mean, he can call the police or anything. I'm not talking about the physical power. I'm talking about the clout, the spiritual power, the soul. He don't have any kind of power over this black guy. Just watch it. You'll see for yourself. Okay.
Fucking buck. What's poppin'? We can buck, nigga. You playing with my fucking money.
Get out of my face.
Ain't no fucking get out of your face. Stop playing with my bread, bro.
Get out of my face.
And what?
Get out of my
And
face.
what?
Get out of my face.
And what?
Get out of my face.
What you gonna do about my bread? Huh? Explain my money.
You see? So the minute the black man just shows he don't give a hoot about this job, the white guy suddenly, he's, timid, he's scary. Because he knows black people got all the power in the world. The only power the other people, the white people and the devils and the demons, the only power they got over earthly beings, which is you brown people. The only power they got is the stuff that they give you, the facilities, the money, the job, the looking cute, the physical stuff. If you're not attached to none of those physical stuff, they don't have any other more power over you. What else? Because y'all got the soul. Brown people got the soul. They don't have any soul. They got artificial light, fake light. You got the real light. They got artificial light. And they know that. That's why they're scared of y'all. They're scared of y'all, brown people. So you have to make sure you don't get attached to nothing, because this stuff is this prestige. That's their thing. That's their white people things. This prestige. You want to be, everybody when you walk, high and mighty. That's their white people thing, because they're all the children of the devil. Because the devil wanted to overcome, to overtake, to overthrow Sonin in heaven, because he wanted that prestige that Sonin is given. And Sonin is not even targeting that prestige power. He's just given because of how he is. We treasure somebody who's doing good for us. Somebody who makes sense through and through, which is Sonin. We treasure him. Not because he's forcing us, hey, you must worship me, No, we just voluntarily. So that's what happens in heaven. All the messengers, angel, they worship him there because he's doing everything good for everybody, keeping everybody happy, being fair. Now, here, the devil wanted that. But now he didn't know how to be fair and be good to everybody. Then he starts forcing everybody to worship him. You're going to worship me. Then he starts bribing you. I'm going to give you a job. I'm going to give you, if you worship me, that prestige thing is the devil stuff, and his children. They love that. They're of the same seed. You are not of that same seed, you brown people. So you must stop being attached to stuff that open their doors over you. Okay? That's all I wanted y'all to understand. That you do not want to open those doors. Okay? So make sure you understand this. I will pull up that scripture back again. That do not love the world or the things of the world. Now, I know them scoffers are going to talk about, but there's another one that's in John where the Father, God says, they call him God now. I mean, I don't like using God because I know it's that 666 word. They're trying to insult Sonin. But anyway, so they say, no, for God so loved the world. He loved the world. Why are you talking about you do not love the world? No. If you have the right spirit of Sonin, you'll understand that there is no clash within those two. The first John and this John 3:16. There's no clash in those. Because Sonin in the other one, in 1 John 2:15, he's talking about loving the stuff of the world, because those things open up open you up, like I just explained now in this video. Now the other one where he says, for God so loved the world, that's now to love the people, his creation, love the world. He loved his creation. Now the people he made, he formed, or the earthly, he formed out of the clay of the earth. White people are not clay of the earth. They're made of something that's like a burning. Some people say it's pig skin. You don't matter, but that's not clay. The fact is not clay. He did not form them. There's another scripture that shows that somebody else formed them. And that somebody else don't even care about them. That's what the Bible, the scripture said. I'll pull it up here so you can see it. That he formed them, don't even care about. So that proves that somebody else formed them. Okay? So now here, the Father, the Son and the Father said, he loved the world. He loved his creation. That's what he means there. So you discern this kind of stuff. If you need to have the Spirit to discern this kind of stuff. Okay? So now, in summary, brown people, Bantu people, do not get attached to things that open doors for the devil to come into your life, to attack you. Because for as long as you get attached to any one of the stuff of the world, you're opening the door. You're not even aware. You think you're happening. You're happening. I'm going places. No, that's not about going places, being happening, being hot. Life is about you get what you need, not what you want, what you need. If you need transport, you get transport. Don't say, I want a car, I want an SUV, I want a van, I want this. No, just want transport. So then it's going to give you an appropriate transport. Okay? Because if you start specifying, start small. I mean, small little things like, I'm talking about, I want a German transport. I want a German, just want transport. I want a roof over my head. I want transport. Just want the stuff that you need. Okay? Then the specifics are now opening up to the devil. The minute you go beyond trying to specify, even the Father, not the Father, the Son, seen this. When he came, he said, let your yes be yes, let your no be no. Anything beyond that is from the devil. So that means just want what you need. Anything that's a motivation behind the scenes, I want this, I want a German, be specific, then that's from the devil. Because the devil is now trying to fine tune and line up his Germans to design stuff, line up all those money launderers, line up all those that make you want to achieve, that you want to get that one thing. Okay? So make sure you just want what you need. All right? Not what you want, what you need. All right? Bye.